Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So here I am coming up with a small tutorial on modifiers over here. So we'll be starting up with few modifiers over here. So we'll be covering this modifiers in two parts. So let's go through the list of these modifiers. These are the modifiers. These are not all the modifiers, but the major modifiers which will be mostly using it over here. So let's get started. So very first of all, first modifier which will be going through over here, that would be a noise modifier. So what is the use of noise modifier? Noise modifier can be used to create uneven stuff. You can create terrains, you can create something which is uneven. So very first of all, let's take a plane over here. After taking a plane, let's increase its segments to 60 over here. I'll just change its color to grey over here. After that, let's go into the modifier and let's give a modifier called noise. Once you add a modifier, you will see that you have options like scale. So if you, first of all, you have the strength over here. If you increase the strength over here, you will see that it is increasing the strength. But as soon as you reduce the scale, you will see that the scaling has been reduced over here. Can you see that? So that can be adjusted over here using the scale option. And also we have an option that is called seed. Seed is a variation. So if you reduce this and if you scale it, you can see that you can create something. You can also use, it is also used for creating water also. For that also you can use a noise over here. This is z-axis. If you want to go with the x-axis, you can go with x-axis. If you want to go with y-axis, you can go with y-axis. Also, we have a fractal option that is for the roughness. So if you want to create more roughness, you can use a fractal option. So that's also a good option over here. After that, you can texture it definitely. So that's the use of a noise over here. Also, you have an option called animate. So for example, if you're creating something and if you just want to animate it, you can easily animate it. You can just play this, you can just animate this. So animate can also be done. You can work with the frequencies also accordingly for a kind of a water animation or wave animation. That for that, we can use this modifier. That's a noise modifier. Before that, for example, if you convert to editable poly, let's go into the polygon and let's paint something. So for example, if I select some of the polygons over here, after selecting the polygons, if I again go into the modifier and give a noise modifier, so now you will see that if I increase its width and height or whatever, you will see that it will only affect that area which is selected. The reason behind that is we have selected the polygons and we have given this modifier. So noise modifier can be used in such a way for creating uneven surfaces. That's it? Okay. So now the next modifier over here, that is known as a bend modifier. So bend modifier is a very useful modifier, can be used to create a lot of stuff over here. So very first of all, let's take a cylinder over here. Let's create a cylinder. Let's go into the modifier and increase its height segments. You need a height segments over here. Let's give a bend modifier and let's bend it. So into that, whatever axis you want to bend, you can just bend it in that axis. So if you take it as x-axis, this is the x-axis. Let's go with the z-axis and let's bend it. You see that I can easily bend it in whatever angle you want. I can easily bend it. Again, you can go into this if you want to reduce it. You can do it. Angle, you can change the angle of the axis. And also direction. Direction is something like if you bend it and if you change the direction, it is going to change the direction in this. Also, you have limit effect over here. Limit effect is something like, let me explain you what is limit effect. So for example, if you increase the limit effect, and let's say we increase this upper limit till here, and now if I bend it, you will see that it is going to bend from that direction, and this much is going to be straight. So for example, if you want to create some handles or something, you can create that. Let's make it as 90 degree over here, convert to editable poly, mirror it, copy this, push it over here, select this, attach it, select this polygons and bridge it. Simple. So that's your handle created over here. That's how you can create this. So bend can be used in many ways. So this is a modifier which can be used and it is helpful in different ways. Also bend can be used for some other stuff also. For example, if you are creating a road or something, for that also you can create a bend option over here. You can just create something. You can give a texture of a road or something. Then you can go into this and give a bend modifier. Okay, before doing that, do increase its segments over here. Bend over here. Can I bend it? Yes, I can bend it. See this, you can easily bend it. So bend can be done in this way. So how it exactly works, you can do this in this way. So for example, you're creating something like this. Let's take a arc over here. So you create an arc over here. After that, see what we'll do now is like, sorry, got crashed. So you have taken a plane over here. So as you are talking about a bend modifier, let's give it as 10, 10. Let's go into the bend. Select this, give a bend modifier. Go into the Y, you can bend it in this way. If you go into the plane. Now if I go to the top over here and go into the spline, I'll make this slightly like this. So if you go into this, AC extended, railing, so if you create a railing or something like this, and pick railing path, so that can be created in this way also. So after that you have this option, you can use this stuff, you can increase this, that's it. So this was a bend modifier, can be used with a road also. For creating road, you can, after that you can create the railings and all this stuff. So that can be easily created over here using a bend modifier. So the third modifier which we'll be going through over here is like a taper modifier. So taper is a good modifier used to create a lot of things. Let's go with the taper modifier. So let's take a box over here. Let's take a box. So after taking a box, we can increase its segments over here. And let's give a modifier called taper modifier. So into this taper modifier, you have few things like one is amount. So if you increase decrease the amount, you can increase. This is a taper. And also with a taper, you have an option called curve. You can create something. You can create something like this. You can use a curve over here for a taper. Also into that, you have the axis, in which axis you want to get taper and the effect. So in whatever axis and whatever you want the effect, you can give that over here. In the same way, I can do in this way also. Also, if you go into this limit effect in the same way, and if I push it over here, and if I see, you can see that you can create such stuff also. That can be done. Taper can be used for many other options, like for example, I take a teapot over here. That's a ready-made teapot. If I off this lid and the spout, and I can again go into this and give a taper modifier, and I can slightly use this and make it as a cup. So there are many other options how you can use it. So you can use multiple options. This is just an example which I'm showing you right now over here. So that can be created in this way. That's it. 6. So you have seen this was a teapot. I made it a cup kind of stuff. So how the taper modifier works? It works in this way. You can use it on any other shapes. Whatever shape you want to use, you can use that. You can make a combination of taper and a bend also. I'll show you one example. So for example, if you take a cylinder over here, and if you increase its height segments over here, and if I give a taper modifier for this, and if I increase this, and I'll increase the height of this in this way, and I'll reduce the radius, and let's simultaneously give a bend modifier. You can also give a bend modifier in whatever axis you want. So what I'll do, I'll just shift this bend up. You can bend it. Same this. You can easily bend that. So whatever shape you want to give, so you can give. So you can see over here, I have utilized multiple options, that is a bend and a taper at the same time. So after that, whatever stuff you want to do, you can use it. It's your choice. Over here, you can use a bevel or something. So whatever you want to do, you can do that. That's it. So that's how we can utilize this modifier over here. So guys, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section. So definitely we'll be continuing this all other modifiers in the other part. So stay tuned with KO Tutorials. So thanks for watching this tutorial.